This is where we hold them! This is where we fight!
You are now listening to Sweep the Rack podcast featuring Brooklyn Rob and Big Mike.
Rob, what's good, homie?
Mike, I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I am a mess. I have laptops everywhere. I have mics and headphones, and I'm literally not built to do a podcast live from a restaurant with all kinds of people staring at me like I'm the main form of entertainment right now. But I don't know if you knew this, but back in the day I was a DJ. I DJ'd, and DJing means just playing tracks. And this is what it feels like. Everyone's looking at me, and I'm just kind of like, what is going on? So
when
it's
were you a DJ exactly?
Panama City Beach. I did it for 8 weeks on spring break. And I used to DJ, if anybody knows Panama City Beach, I used to do the Holiday Inn Sunspeed Resort, and I would do it at the pool, and I would run the contests, if you know what I mean. I don't know. You never knew this, right?
I went to Panama City Beach for spring break one year.
Yeah, so I would DJ at the pool, and I did the contest for PC reasons. We'll call it contest. It may or may have not included a hose. And I did the clubs at night. I did the pool at Holiday Inn too at night. So yeah, that's kind of what it feels like right now. I kind of feel like I'm DJing. I got my earpieces in. I got all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, tonight is not a night for the Mamma Mias. As Robert Hamilton says in the chat, Mamma Mia's getting tired. Okay, it's not a night for the Mamma Mias. You know, we're burning the midnight oil tonight on the East Coast, starting at 10 after 9 here. But yeah, we're here. We're here for a special episode. What do the people love more than one episode of Sweep the Rack? They love two episodes of Sweep the Rack.
Yo, see what's going on behind me, Mike? You got restaurant cooking. You got people, just all kinds of bowlers are walking in. Former Masters champ just walked in. Brett Wolf. I got Kyle Treats just came over, said hello. I got Matt Jones. I got all kinds of bowlers. I'm the worst bowler in this building right now. I'll be honest with you. I am the worst bowler. Well, maybe Carl maybe is worse than me, but I think he's right next to me. It's all there. Speaking of Carl, let's bring him on. Let's get the show started here.
Man of the hour. Let's go.
Yeah, hopefully this works. By the way, don't crucify me if things don't work. If mics are low repeating, I have no idea what I'm doing right now.
What's going on, guys? Can you hear me?
We're good, man. Look at us. We're starting out good here.
All right.
Carl, what's happening, man? Third year.
Number 3. Yeah, we're here.
Agent
this
on
is awesome. Again, thank you guys for allowing us to have this platform and continue to be so supportive of this tournament. And we are here at year 3 of the trilogy. So I'm super excited to be a part of this, having you guys with us again. So this is exciting.
It's spooky season edition.
It is. It is.
Scary. It's going to be scary out there.
Well, everyone's concerned about the pattern, so maybe it is a little scary.
Oh, let's talk about the pattern, Carl. So let's start with the pattern. What are you putting these bowlers through this weekend?
35 feet, 35 mils, 1.41 to 1 ratio. That's all they know. So we went shorter this year, and we're going to see what that does.
So let me ask you, have you seen the pattern? Have you seen people bowling on it? Have you tested it?
I've tested it. I have a few people that get a chance to test it because they're not bowling in the tournament. So if you bowl it, you look at it, you know anything about it, you are not going to be eligible to bowl my tournament. It's just how it's always been, and that's how it's always going to stay. So this is always going to be a work in progress in regards to, I take a crapshoot every year on this pattern because it's designed by a few of us together collectively. and we cross our fingers and hope to pray to God it works. And first year cut score was 0. Second year's cut score was minus 35.
So I think this is the appropriate question. Adam Miller is going right where I'm going to go. In your opinion, don't give away too much here. We're not looking to give away information here. This is not some sort of Easter egg of a podcast here. But in your opinion, is there going to be a lot of urethane going down the lane?
I mean, let me ask you this: what pattern do I put out there? Urethane won't be thrown anyway, just to see if it works.
Touche, Carlong.
Am I wrong? Everybody's going to throw it regardless what I put out there because they think it's going to work first anyway.
Okay,
So,
no, this is true. This is true.
I don't think no matter what I put out there, it's going to be used. And maybe you could throw it all 6 games. Or maybe you shoot 2-0, give you a false sense of security, you turn around, shoot 140. I have no idea. But, it's are people going to figure it out? As we always do, we always have the original, certain outliers that shoot 150, 200 over for a 6-game block. But my cut scores are what they've been. I don't have a lot of data, but I have 2 years worth, 400, 500, 600 plus entries over the course of 2 years. It says my cut score is 0 or minus. So, I mean, I can only go off of that, but, every year my pattern gets, debated on because I don't release anything until after the fact. But I mean,
So I gotta chime in here. I gotta chime in because I got experience from bowling last year,
Okay.
right? And if you're not bowling the sweeper, you're at a disadvantage because I learned a ton about the pattern by bowling that 2-game sweeper. And I was fortunate to cross with oh man, I forgot his name, but he ended up winning the sweeper, I think. I forgot his name. I'll get his name. Oh, Landon Carnate.
Carnati. Yep.
Carnati. And he was throwing a 350 grit urethane playing 3. And I was just like, man, he's got an amazing look. And I was able to at least find something to make the finals Sunday because of what Landon was able to do and what I was able to watch him do. So if you're going to bowl this tournament, in my opinion, you got to bowl the sweepers, learn from the sweepers, and then get himself in the main tournament. And then you're already ahead of the game.
One thing I got to say, though, the only way you're qualified for those sweepers is you have to be signed up for the main event. Those sweepers are for main event entrance only.
Okay.
So pre-sign up. I know the pre-sign-ups are already done. So
Yep.
Are you taking walk-ins, Carl?
1,000%. Over half my field is always walk-ins. So we are ahead of pace from the first 2 years in regards to pre-registration. But tournament registration opens tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. at Bolero Kyrene. And you can sign up for any squad starting tomorrow at 8 a.m. First squad kicks off tomorrow at 9 a.m. on Bowlstream TV. Emil Williams Jr. is here with Bowlstream, and we're excited to have him back. Chris Schlemmer is here. Kyle Troop is in the building right now. Matt Jones, Robert Smith, Brett Wolf. We have a pretty collective amount of majors in this house right now in this building, so we're excited.
Brett Wolf. Brett Wolf must feel so much ahead of his time, right? I mean, he must feel like, he must feel like so much ahead of his time in the bowling community. Dude wins the Masters with a urethane ball 20 years ago, and here we are 20 years later, and everyone's using urethane to have success everywhere. I mean, way ahead of his time, bro. Shout to him.
He brought the Purple Hammer to league Thursday night.
He's been bowling really well out here too. He just won a tournament. He's giving lessons. So he's very active in the bowling and looks great, throwing it great. He lost a bunch of weight. I mean, I'm looking at him right now talking about him. He has no idea we're talking about him, but
I like this. We should call a couple more names and talk about people that are in the room while they don't know we talk about. Let's do.
I got Slumber in front of me. You want to talk about Slumber?
College bowling legend Brett Wolf too. I'll throw that out there. Very accomplished college bowler as well.
Yeah.
Schlem. Let's talk Schlem.
Clement's right here. He's in front of me right here.
Roto.
Want to call him over real quick?
Is there
Hey,
is
Schlem.
there anybody more synonymous with Roto Grip than Schlem?
I don't think
He's
so.
known as Roto Schlem for a reason. So
Right? Like
yeah.
like Roto went from unknown offshoot brand to name brand heavy hitter.
You can go grab it.
Right? I mean, that's what happened.
We got to talk to Roto stuff. Yo, by the way, the Jays he's wearing, man, I'm telling you, dude, Mike, you'd be impressed with the Jays that he's wearing.
Okay.
Let me know if this works, but you're coming on.
Okay. That's all good. Sweet.
I don't know if it's gonna work as good as Bull TV, but you do whatever you want. Yeah. Hold on, we got a lot going on right here.
Yeah, my head's in the. Oh, there we go.
I don't know if these are gonna work, but I'm hoping it does. I don't know if he can hear us or not.
Oh, we got a quad box.
Slim, can you hear us?
Yes.
Oh my God.
We got a sweep the rack quad box.
How about now? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, we
you're good.
can hear you. Carl, do you want to go on mute? Yeah, let me put Carl on mute here.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think we're getting a lot
you
of
got to
feedback.
control things, Rob. You got to control
I'm
things
going
over
to.
there.
Slim, we were just talking about Mike. You present the question to Slim here.
No, we were talking about people while they didn't know we were talking about them. The room's full
Yeah.
of bowlers. Rob's
Happens all the
pointing out
time.
Who's there? Carl's
Yeah.
Carl's name dropping left and right, telling us all the people in the room. And I said, all right, well, let's talk about some people while they don't know who we're talking about them. Your name came up, and I said, no one.
There ain't no
more
ways here.
synonymous. No,
Oh.
no one more synonymous with the brand of Roto Grip than Chris Schlemmer, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's kind of my job. So yeah, I kind of have to do that.
Pointed out Roto Schlem,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's one of the monikers that you're known by.
Yep.
I then pointed out that Roto Grip to me, and if you have a different take on this, let us know. But Roto Grip to me kind of went from being an almost unknown offshoot brand to now maybe the premier brand in bowling. Period. Agree?
That's a big step, dog. So Roto Grip's, I mean, y'all know the Roto Grip's been around since the 50s, right? Like it's an old brand.
Yeah.
Bill and Barr bought it in the late 90s. And I think it was just a deal of the deal was when Hank was the guy in charge of it, Hank Boomershine, like it was a deal of making sure, that was his passion because it was like, Storm was growing into this thing at the time and Roto Grip was kind of, Hank was just doing that, right? Well, when the shift happened and Hank went into the Storm side with, sales, marketing, all the different things he was doing at the time, we kind of lost Roto Grip. And, when they asked me to kind of slide into the deal in like 2012, and that was purely based on a conscious effort to try and make the brand put a focus back on it, right? Because we had a few years, because I was tour repping at the time, right? Like I was tour rep from 01 to basically 2011 into 2012. And so the focus to actually focus on the brand, right? And so that's really just the deal of having a focus and, I live it, right? And, like you said, the moniker thing, really the Roto Schlem thing actually came from the boss man himself, right? Like God rest his soul, Bill Christman. I love telling the story because, and I don't know if I mentioned to you guys before, it's a deal where he was giving some people a tour around the office, right? And like he's like, oh yeah, this is so and so, this so and so, and he's like, well, this guy right here, well, he used to be our tour rep, but now this is the Roto Grip guy. He does everything Roto Grip, and he's like, yeah, it's just Roto Schlem. And I looked at him, I'm like, oh, okay. And then that kind of just stuck, right? And I mean, the owner of the company gives you a nickname, you kind of just like, oh, I guess that's the deal, right? Like you don't argue it, right? So, but yeah, as far as the marqueeness, there's definitely, I definitely have a focus on it, right? Storm's the mothership. Storm is the premier brand. I mean, in terms of sales wise, there's nobody, especially in the high end market, Storm's head and shoulders above everybody, right? And Roto Grip, I'm doing what I can to hold my own, right? Like I only have so many releases per year, and it's just one of those things. But it's just I think it's more of I think the best. I think what people see is probably my channeled focus. That is my thing, right? I'm still part of the Storm family stuff, right? I've been there 24 and a half years I've been with Storm now. You know, and the company's, you know, we just celebrated a 40-year party with the start of high sports. So yeah, I've been there over half the time. Yeah, so I think that's really what it is, just concentrated kind of thing.
To you, what is the ball that really took Roto Grip and put it on the map in recent days? You know, as you discussed with the history of the brand, after Storm brought it back, after you got involved in it, what do you look at and say, well, when we hit a home run with this ball, this is really what tipped us over?
I think, I mean, obviously, everybody remembers the cell, right? Like Hank designed the cell, and that was in 08, 09. And I was still out on tour, and that was when Malott came over to us, and he was player of the year. You know, I was a tour rep. I was part of that deal. You know, that's how we got in the Hall of Fame. But I have to say, probably since then, you know, when I circled back, we were designing, you know, Hank was designing balls, and we were doing different things. But I think the hitter, I think the thing that legitimized us again was going back to probably like the hypercell fused. You know, we had some decent balls, but I think when I went to Hank and I said, hey man, I think I can, let's repackage this. Let's rethink this. Let's put new covers on it, do some things. And those were the ones that kind of helped, I think, kickstart the trajectory that we're on now. You know, because like I said, the first couple of years, I mean, we had some good stuff. I mean, you know, when I took over, we had the Defiant series and some other stuff, right? And things were going, I mean, they were good. But I think, you know, when I dropped those cells back in there and the hypercell, like I said, hypercell fused, yeah, that kind of just kickstarted things forward. And yeah, there you go, old school grenade, right?
No question.
I
Vintage.
remember when I think of Roto Grip, I think of the Bandits.
Oh yeah. And which ones, right? Because we did remakes. So the OGs, like back in the 90s, right? Like those were made in two different manufacturers, right? Like Columbia made them, and then some were made at Brunswick too, right? But then we did Bandits in like 2011. We did the Bandit Outlaw. We tried to those before I kind of moved into Utah. Like I just moved to Utah, and we were transitioning tour up stuff, and yeah, no, it's old school. Retro blue, yeah, that was early 2000. That was a Hank ball, yeah.
For me, I was partial to the Roto Grip Shooting Star, that purple Shooting Star. I just love the way that ball came off my hand. It just had great motion, great ball motion.
Yeah. IRG, you know, kind of medium low diff, and so you get it down the lane and do the right thing, right?
Yeah. So, and this is a question I'll be on, Rob. I think this is the first time that maybe I'm wrong, but we have not had many ball designers on this show. I'll say that, right? It's not the norm for us to have somebody that does what you do in the industry on our show.
Gotcha.
I've always wanted to ask this of somebody in your position, like for the younger people out there who might be in college or going into college, or they're getting ready to choose what path of studies they want to do, let's say after high school. If somebody wants to be the next Roto Schlem in the bowling industry and they want to get into designing bowling balls, what path do they take, man? How? I mean, tell your story of how you ended up in it, but if you have any advice of what path to take for somebody that wants to end up in that spot, I'd love to hear that.
And you know what's funny about that, right? Because there's plenty of people. That question started hitting me probably 6-8 years ago, right? Like going to junior gold and stuff like that. Like people would, you know, the younger kids would see me on, you know, the parents would see me on TV as a tour rep. And then it's like, oh, hey, you're the Roto Grip guy. How do I get to your job, right? And I was very fortunate to kind of grow up in the industry, right? And to be perfectly honest, there is no clear path in our business when you look at it, because we only have 3 manufacturers. That's it, right? Like, and so it's one of those deals where it's not like that's plentiful that you can go a certain direction and take certain classes, and all of a sudden you're, oh, hey, I'm going to get one of these jobs where, you know, by definition, I'm the only brand manager we have within the Storm family, right? We got 3 brands. I'm the only one that's focused, you know, so like global, we have like our marketing team does that stuff. The Storm side is, you know, that's head by Klumpkin and Chad McLean and those guys. And then, you know, R&D and the innovation department is Hank and Alex, right? Those guys are the ones just physically designing the pieces, parts. I'm basically kind of putting the Legos together, right? Like it's one of those things of, hey, we've got this part. And then I'm like, okay, well, I want to see this cover on that. And then figuring out, once we get that, then obviously naming it, helping create the logos, do the whole thing, right? Because it's a whole marketing package of trying to get people to buy it. But yeah, I mean, excuse me. But you know, look at all the other, myself and all the other companies, right? Like even at like the other guys, like B7, right? Like there's at one point in time they had more brand managers. I don't think they have those spots anymore that are dedicated into that, right? Like so, it's kind of like there is no definitive way, right? And as far as my path, I knew a long time ago when I was a kid growing up, right? Like when I got in the pro shop business and learned how to drill balls. Yeah, I realized early on, I'm like, yeah, I can bowl, but I'm not gonna make a living doing that. And from the drilling side, I got really good at drilling balls, and I was fortunate enough to meet some people along the way that opened doors. And you know, I was drilling balls on the ladies tour in the late '90s. Did that a couple years, and I was a tour rep for Visionary for a year on the ladies tour. And then that opened up the door to get to Swarm. And you know, May of '01 is when I started at Swarm. So. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing, right? Like, because even if you look at like Alex Hoskins, I mean, the stuff that comes out of that kid's mind. When I first met Alex, the crazy part is how the story goes. I met him in Vegas at an ABT. His parents, he was like, I don't know, 15 years old, couldn't even drive yet. Quiet kid, didn't know nothing. Like he just bowled, and he had this real unorthodox style. And they're like, hey, can you help this kid? Like he's tried getting different coaches, and nobody seems to be able to help him. And him and I kind of hit it off and clicked. And, you know, he was driving down from Idaho. And, you know, then he got hired at Storm as a tech guy, right? And the joke around that area was, like, Alex, the kid that doesn't talk to anybody, right? Like, we see him at bowl these tournaments, but he's not interactive or anything, right? And then he went out on the road as a salesman. And all of a sudden, you know, Hank and I were chatting one day, and he goes, hey, what do you think? I think about bringing Alex in to do R&D stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then when he gets there, and then he starts the numbers that come out of his head in terms of like ratios, and when it comes into the production, he's helped the production side of our company so greatly. And it's one of those things that, man, I've known the kid for, I don't know, 12, 15 years or whatever it is now, right? And it's like, nobody would have guessed that was his capabilities, right? And I don't think even he knew at that time. So yeah, I think it's just it's an opportunity thing, right? There's no way to grow into it. I will say, like in our company, the big thing where the doors do open more so is marketing, right? Because again, we live in a ever-changing world, and I'm sure you guys have talked about it here. You know, and talk about the bowling space, right? You know, organized bowling's at an all-time low, but participation in bowling around America is at an all-time high. So, you know, it's how do we figure these things out, right? Like, and keep moving forward to encapsulate that bigger pool of people, right? So,
yeah, absolutely. What's on the horizon for you guys at RotoGrip? What should we be on the lookout for?
Well, I mean, obviously we just launched. Rockstar Amp just came out, right? It's making some pearl balls and getting, some different things in the marketplace that were needed because, I think the big thing in terms of the entire industry, right? Like, even though I just launched 3 pearl balls in a row, they're 3 different pearls. In the fact of, man, the heads are so beat up across the country. Actually, not even just across the country, it's around the world, right? Like, that's the one thing. Our environment in bowling, the head panels get beat up. They age every day like we do. And they just keep getting, the balls keep smacking them every single day. So they get beat up and they start to hook more. And so building products that get through that, no matter what the lane condition is, right? Because you guys, everybody's seen it where, there's a lot of times where the lane surface will dictate what's happening to a pattern because it shows through the pattern, right? Like, the pattern doesn't even stand a chance because the surface is such a prominent piece of the puzzle, right? So, just building some stuff like that. And yeah, we got some really cool stuff cooking coming down the pipeline. Obviously, I can't tell you, but it's
I try.
Hey, I know it's always a try, right? And everybody is always like, hey, what do you got? Yeah, and what's funny is it got to the point now where we come out with a ball already. It's like, oh, so what's coming next? Like, well, you don't even have this one yet. They're like, yeah, I know, but what's coming next? right? Like
You,
it's such a crazy thing.
you
So-
guys have trained them well. You guys have trained the audience
And-
well.
But like I said, it's kind of a wild thing, right? And the fact of we've got the organized aspect is so much smaller now than it was, right? Like think about it. And I tell some of the younger people around, like in the office, right? Like in 01, when I started with Storm, we were the small company, right? Like we were the quote unquote ankle biters. We were trying to climb the ladder to become, one of the tops. And what happened, at that point in time, you think about the number of bowlers that were organized bowlers, right? Like and that was right when the merger was happening, right? You had ABC, WWC, YBA, right? Like it was over 8 million people. Well, now we're down to about 1 million. So, so it's just a different animal. So,
Yeah, no doubt. All right, listen, we're gonna let you get back to the party, man. We don't want to take too much.
Yeah,
of your time.
we got-
hey, along for the ride, I'm around all
appreciate you
weekend.
coming in with us.
Yeah.
Enjoy your time at the Age Non Open this weekend.
Yeah.
Hope
yeah.
you enjoy your time.
I had to miss
Wonderful
last year. I was here year one. Had to miss last year with some health stuff, but I'm back now. And yeah, I think Carl's lasso and some of I think it goes back to your name dropping thing. Because I see Afrofish standing here in front of me and some other guys. So they want to get some of these boys up in here. So.
No
We're
doubt.
about to,
No
we're
doubt.
about to bring it, Kyle.
We appreciate it, man.
We'll catch up after.
Definitely
Oh,
appreciate
for sure.
your time. Thank
Yeah,
you.
anytime you guys, and anytime you want me to circle back, and if you need me to recruit people from Storm, we can figure it out too. All right.
Yo, and if you ever need a place to send some bowling balls too,
In case I ever have to lose some, like accidentally to a doorstep, I think that's how that. I
He
think that's
doesn't
how
even
that.
bowl. You don't even.
Well, that's the other
bowl,
part, right? I'd be like me going, "Hey, yo, can I get some?" Like me, I haven't golfed in a
Workout
couple
advice?
years, right?
what's the workout advice?
Well, I need that too, right? Like I'm just great. I'm just lucky that I'm, short for my weight and overly large, right? You guys that have to do the pump thing, I'm like, yeah, okay. But
You
anyway,
don't even bowl. You don't even
No, man.
bowl, son.
Mike's telling us.
Oh.
I guess
yeah, but the last time was it when the bicep thing? When was that? That was
that's it.
yeah.
That's
See,
the
I
last
remember
time I
that.
bowled.
See, that teaches him to bowl. Oh, hell, I'm going to bowl. Oh, my bicep hurts. I work out, but my arm hurts.
He's worse than a
Oh,
patch
man.
pirate. I don't want to hear it.
Good patch pirate. Love that.
All right.
Love it.
Well,
All
we
right.
appreciate you that.
All right,
Later,
boys.
son.
Yep.
Dude, I always have to try to hit up the bowling balls, man. You know what I mean? That's what it is. All staff, Mike.
If you're gonna harass somebody for bowling balls, you at least better be able to drill them and throw them. I feel.
Yo, all staff, come on, man. We know how we do it in all staff, Mike.
I
You
hear
always get
you.
our
I'm
stuff.
with you on that, but you can't be on staff if you're not bowling. Even the
I know.
patch pirates got to be able to
Yeah, that's
bowl.
fine.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting on a few more people here. You might know a few of the people that are coming on here now.
All right, let's go. Let's keep it
Um,
moving for the people here. You know how
I'm
we
trying
like
to-
do it.
I'm trying to work like three things at once here, but headphones here.
Rob,
we
you're
don't want
doing
to
a
ruin
great
that hair.
job, man.
We
I just want to say from everybody in the chat, everybody here, you're doing an excellent job. We appreciate you, Rob. No doubt.
All right, we appreciate it. Well, I'm gonna bring on a few people you might know here. I gotta change his name though because
Yeah, make sure the names are right. Let's not be
know.
misidentifying anybody.
I always want to put an E in Kyle's last name for some reason. But all right, we're gonna bring on.
Loves to correct us on that.
We're gonna start. I'm
I
gonna be
can't hear
muting you
you.
guys. FYI. Oh, can you hear us?
I can hear you talking, but I can't hear anything for you.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying here. Hold on here.
Did they get
Sorry,
turned
muting
off?
here. Yeah, I think it was off.
Technical difficulties over here.
There we go.
All right, can you hear us now?
Oh yeah, there we
Mike.
are.
Okay. Can you talk, Mike?
I'm good.
Okay, so-
I'm good.
Check.
I'm gonna be putting. Let's talk. Who do you want to talk to first, Mike? Because I'm gonna put the other guys on mute. A lot of noise here.
Well, put them both on mute for a minute. Put them both.
Okay,
on
we're going. You going both on mute.
because let's give the people the rundown. I mean, the reason we brought these two guys on. Yeah, I mean, Kyle. Everybody knows Kyle, right? And But the reason we brought these two guys on is because there's an action match going down. Yes, I mean last year, Rob, you were part of the action. You know, you were bowling Robert Smith last year.
Yo, let me tell you about my match. I had Robert Smith dead to rights. Dead to rights. And I 210 in the ninth, and Robert, being the pro and national champ that he is, struck out. And then after that, I was dead. I couldn't beat him. But let me tell you, I had my shot at beating a 9-time national champ and U.S. Open champion, and I'm a nobody. I'm a hack. And I still almost won, but almost doesn't count in this sport. All right, so let's talk. Let's talk to Kyle first, because I can't bring both you guys on at the same time. It's just too loud.
But the short of it is, they threw you out, Rob. You're out. Okay.
I'm out.
You're out.
I'm a nobody.
And Kyle Troop and Matt Jones are in, and we got them here, and we're talking to them. Kyle, what's up, bro?
What's up, fellas?
What's good, man?
Can y'all hear me very well? I don't know if I need to
you're
lean
good.
really
You're
close
perfect.
to this.
You're perfect. It's been a minute, bro. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it has.
You're friend of the show over here, but it's been a minute. First of all, congratulations on the wedding, bro.
Thank you. Bling bling.
Wedding, okay. Big life moves going down. If you're in the chat and you haven't been keeping up, Kyle got married a few weeks ago, so shout to him on that. Hope the honeymoon was great. Hope you guys had an enjoyable time, and hope
It sure was.
Hope married life is off to a good start. But we come here to talk bowling, bro. We don't come here to talk relationships.
Yeah, let's go.
That's a different podcast. We talk bowling here. What's been going on with you bowling wise? What have you been bowling a lot? I mean, obviously you've been busy personally. Have you been getting it in on the lanes? We know you're a man of the people. We know you're always bowling everything you can. What have you been bowling?
Yeah, so we got married into August, went to Sweden, bowled that, took a couple weeks off, went down to see my boy Sean Ryan in Florida because I had a busy October coming up. 2 weeks ago, I bowled EJ's regional, defending champ there, finished 8th. Last weekend, we had the Nightmare doubles. Didn't have any ball reaction, and we willed our way to 8th place finish, and we got 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in the butterfly collection. So that was okay for us. But no, we've been tuning up the last few weeks. Sean did, however, point something out in my game. When we were practicing together the second day, he was like, man, your ball's not hooking. Have you had your axis point checked lately? No, I don't ever mess with that. I got what I drilled off of all year. Yeah, it was like an inch different. So I've drilled 24 balls since the beginning of October. So I'm not too happy about that, kind of learning my balls as we go throughout the month. But the game feels really good. Sean definitely tuned me up. That was kind of the plan after Sweden, to take about 2 weeks off almost and then just kind of start fresh. So we're feeling good about the game. We do have a whole lot of new bowling balls.
Any idea where that axis tilt change came from?
No idea. I asked him, I'm like, why does this happen? And he's like, man, it could just, it could be flexibility in your wrist. You're getting a little bit older. I mean, you're 34 now. You're not 29. I mean, it could be multiple things. And honestly, it may have been changed for a while. Got into some bad habits going towards the end of last year, pulling a lot of house shot stuff, pulling a lot of local stuff. So that probably didn't help me out. Probably started really, just trying to make it hook and hit it. And then before I know it, my track's inverted and I'm clipping the middle finger and my ball never hooks till 48 feet down the lane. So I guess the good thing is I still made some money this year on tour, bowling with maybe halfway decent ball reaction, thinking it was me the whole time. So there was some positive to take from it. But yeah, a lot of changes. But we have been bowling a couple days a week, a couple tournaments the last few weeks. So been trying to definitely tune up for this match and the tournament itself.
Mike, I gotta say something real quick though. How crazy is it that Sean Ryan can watch someone throw a ball and know his axis is off? I mean, that's crazy.
It was the fact that the ball I was throwing for the 45-foot pattern we were bowling on. I mean, the thing wasn't hooking at all. And he's like, But yeah, he did notice in about 10 minutes, hey man, you needed to start doing this and start doing this and stop doing that. Yes, sir.
I'll tell you though, who could make the ball hook on 45 feet patterns is my guy Matt Jones over there.
All right, let's
My guy can make the ball.
let's mute Kyle. Let's mute Kyle for a second. Let's bring in Matt. And first time I'm meeting Matt. So Matt, nice to meet you. Welcome to Sweep the Rack, man.
Nice to
I've
meet
heard
you
your
too, Big
name.
Mike.
Yeah, no doubt. I've seen your name in numerous results of tournaments over the years of just kind of watching. So I know you're a high quality player. But give us a little bit of your background, man. Where'd you get your bowling chops? Where'd you come up? What's your experience?
Got my bowling chops bowling with my dad. He's got stationed out in the military here out in Arizona, so I learned to bowl on base. Kind of started with the basics, down and in back then in the late 80s, early 90s. And then start watching PBA shows, watch guys like Weber, Duke, Amaletto hooking the ball. So I taught myself how to hook the ball when I was in my teens. And then, just over the years, kind of gotten better, a little more developed, a little better mentally, gotten some pretty good coaches behind my back. And then I'm at where I'm at now. And, hopefully give Kyle a little bit of a run.
Did you bowl collegiately?
I bowled for Mesa Community College back then. That's like early 2000s. And then
Okay.
ASU like 2005. But I wasn't as polished like back then. I got better when I went adult. Wasn't much of a junior bowler. I could hit on it, but I didn't know where it was going. But
Okay.
as I became an adult, learned how to kind of refine my game, learned how to hit my mark, learned how to read ball motion a little bit better. And then I've been on Hammer staff for 15 years now.
Okay.
Mike, I got to talk about Matt. Dude, my guy can strike. Dude, he can strike. I mean, I'm talking like not a double or three in a row. Like, it's like 8 or 9 in a row. Like, it's crazy. Like, dude, and hooks. The slow hook. Dude, I cross with him. I'll be playing 15. My guy's like 30. And he's throwing it to 5. I can't get my ball to hook back. He's swinging the whole lane, going 300 over. I'm going even, flat 10ing my way into a depression. And, it's just fun to watch Matt bowl, really is. Loves to strike and just, I crushes him. Tat, right? You won the tat,
Yeah,
didn't
you? I won the tat back in February for 25, and then I hit the progressive strike for another 25.
Okay. All right. Nice hit. Congratulations on that. Okay.
And then my one claim to fame, I will say this because not a lot of people know it. Masters 2012, the year Fagan won. I shot a 94 in the catcher's round. Kid you not, 94 game because I blew out my back in practice. I shot 600 for 3. I went 94, 258, 260. Then I went 220, 230. And they were talking to me, hoping I would make the show, which, I mean, there was no way I was good enough at that time. But having the lowest game ever shot at the Masters and still make a TV show.
Okay. That's interesting. That's a nice little tidbit right there.
Yeah.
Are you just a part-time bowler, Matt? Do you have a full-time job? Or?
No, I'm part-time. I just do it the weekends.
Okay.
Bowl my leagues. I have a 9-to-5 job working with Wells Fargo in their legal department.
Okay.
So, I'll take the guaranteed checks. I'm not going to try to put up my money against someone like Kyle every week.
Okay.
So, but I'm a weekend bowler for sure.
All right. Are you a lawyer?
No, not quite. I do take care of a lot of their records, bank records, and determine where they go, who they go to, and kind of a lot of private things I take care of that I can't talk about. So
Okay. All right. No doubt. Just trying to give the people a background on you.
Right.
All right. So I know Kyle he's action certified. I've shown up at bowling alleys in New Jersey on a Tuesday night at 10 o'clock and watched Kyle bowl against local house hacks on house shops for serious sums of dollars. So I know he's action certified. What's your history with bowling action, Matt?
I grew up with it, but like people in Arizona don't bowl action, and Rob could attest to that. Like no one really wants to. I just never back down from a challenge. Like even if I get whooped, I get whooped. It is what it is, right? But I wanted to take the challenge. I was trying to give other people a chance if they really want to. But once a couple people backed out, I'm like, I'm taking it for sure, because you don't get an opportunity to bowl someone of Kyle's caliber very often unless you want to go on tour and get spanked. Like,
well, that's what I'm trying to say, though. That's not actually true. Kyle Troop will show up to Carolier on a Tuesday night at 10 o'clock and bowl your ass. Even if
that's how we learned back then, right? Action matches back in the 80s, early 90s, guys bowled action all the time.
Yo, we love it, Matt.
Yeah, I wish I grew up on the wrong side. I wish I grew up in the East Coast.
No doubt.
Midwest, East Coast, I wish.
No
Because
doubt.
that's how you get better bowling action matches, man. That's more pressure than some other situations, you know.
And it's exciting too. All
It
right,
is. I love it. I love
let's
it.
mute Matt. Let's go back to Kyle. I need the lowdown right now. I need the lowdown. So I talked about your experience, bro. I know you ain't scared one bit going into an action match like this. So how you feeling? I mean, what's the mental approach going into the action? Now, what's the format here? What are we bowling? What are we bowling for?
So best of 5 for 2,500.
Okay.
I didn't want best of 7 because I don't think nobody needs to be there all night long.
Okay.
My first thoughts on action are that, one, I'm probably not going to be near as drunk as I was at hardly any of these action matches. Because we weren't bowling for 2,500 back then.
Fair
You know,
point.
now I'm married, had this big, nice wedding. I got to make this money, so and my honey's here. So I got to be on my best behavior.
Okay.
But no, fuck that. I'm looking forward to it because it has been a long time since I bowled action. Obviously, I didn't make a show all year till the playoffs, so really didn't get to scratch the itch very much throughout the year. I've never seen Matt bowl. I did know. Did you win the tournament last year here, or was it the TAT was the big tournament?
Yeah. Can't hear him, Rob.
Yeah, I got you on mute. I got
Okay.
you. Sorry.
But
You're good.
okay.
Yeah, I can
So,
hear me. I
you
just
know,
can't hear Kyle.
I've never seen him bowl.
Let Rob do his thing.
Carl said we got a match, we got a thing going. So, you win the TAT. I mean, you're a solid player for sure. And hearing from Rob that he can hook it, I'm kind of excited about that because the slow wheel may not be so hot on 35 feet, 1.3 to 1. So, and I haven't. I did drill a fresh black, fresh blue. We got fresh red. So I mean, we got all the colors of the rainbow this weekend. I mean, 30. And I got to give Carl Long props too. You don't see a 10K event on 35 feet, because everybody's like, oh, we don't want urethane and, we don't want that. And now they're just like, you know what? 35 feet, come and get it. Bring all the urethanes you want. Let's see who's the best at it. So I'm cool with the pattern selection. It's been a long time since I bowled on 35 feet too. We don't see that but once, maybe twice a year on tour. So I'm always confident, but we're 3 weeks back into competition, so anything can happen. But I did get some practice this week with the new black, the new blue, some of the other balls, and it feels good. It looks good too. I haven't got to throw a black or blue in a couple years, so it was nice to see my ball hook a little bit more down the lane.
Okay. And I'll just speak for everyone. I think we like seeing you bowl an action match because and it's no secret. You're one of the more entertaining players to watch. I think if I hear Kyle Troop's going to be in an action match, there's a better chance that I'm going to watch because I think it's a setting where you're going to get to let your personality come out a little bit. You're going to get to talk that shit and do what you like to do. So I look forward to that. I like watching somebody with your personality come out on the lanes and bowl. So definitely looking forward to that. And when's this going down? Tomorrow night, yes?
So Friday night. Wait, today's
Friday
Wednesday,
night.
right? So it's actually Friday night after the second 2-game sweeper. I think the second sweeper starts at 8 or 8:30.
All right,
So if I had to guess, probably. I mean, it's gonna be late. I guess
Late
Eastern
East Coast,
time is
late
gonna
East
be
Coast.
12:30, 1 a.m. maybe.
Yeah,
but-
if you're listening to this and you're an East Coast person and you want to check this match out, probably best bet to try and catch up with it on Saturday morning. I'm sure they'll have it archived on Bullstream TV, and you guys can
Wait,
check
this is
it
gonna be
out.
on Bowl TV.
Bullstream TV. Bullstream TV.
Oh, Bowl Stream.
Yeah,
Oh, I
with
was
Emil. Yeah, it's got
I was like,
Emil's going to be running the live stream.
Yeah, I know Emil's here.
Wait. Do you see how nervous? Do you see how nervous he got when he just said Bowl TV?
was
The guy's like, oh no,
We don't need a Kyle Troop action match on Bowl TV.
He's like, I'm about to lose all my sponsors
Just
in
in
one night.
case.
He's about to lose all my sponsors in one night.
So again, if you're West Coast, I mean, I'll be honest, I would definitely be making sure that I'm tuning
Mike,
in and checking this.
Mike,
All right.
not everybody's in bed at 11 like you are on Friday night.
Bro,
Mike.
I'm in bed by 9 p.m. every night.
I know.
I'm
getting
already
old,
past
man.
my bedtime now. It's
I
like
know.
10 o'clock. Like,
Tough
I gotta
weekend
be-
for teaching these teenagers.
we still got dinner to eat.
This is easy, bro. All right, mute Kyle again. Let's go back to Matt for a second. Matt, what's your outlook on this match, man? You got any strategy? You got any things you're thinking as you go into
No
it?
strategy really. When you're bowling someone like Kyle, like strategy kind of goes out the window because they're so versatile and good. You're not going to do anything to mess him up, right? And I know how good he is of an action player. It's not like I'm going to get in his head. So my best bet is to try to throw the best shots I can and try to make him sweat. That's the goal. You know what I mean? If I can make him sweat and make him work, that's my goal in this match. If I catch a couple wins, then I do. But I'm just looking forward to the fun of it. I know what Kyle can do. I know how good he is. But I'm here to give him a run for sure.
Who are you on the bowling personality scale? Are you more Dave Arnold, or are you more Rob, your reactions kill me.
Oh my God.
Are you more Dave Arnold, or are you more Dale Eagle? I'll say.
I would say I'm in between. So it depends. Like if I'm super focused, I'm super quiet because I know if I start talking shit, like he gets loud, he starts getting better, right? Like there's certain people you just don't talk shit to, right? Because you just know better. If you start talking shit, they just get better. So, but if I start getting into the match, then I'll probably flap a little bit, but I'll know my boundary with it for sure.
Because last year Rob was talking all kinds of shit.
Oh, I know he was. It was great to watch.
He didn't give a shit. He was talking all kinds of shit to Rob.
Ron went out to the bar last year.
Yeah.
Ron went out to the bar.
I felt like we were borderline disrespectful last year. I'm not even.
Oh, it was awesome.
Let me tell you something.
It was great.
I think,
but I
think
mean, essentially that's my goal.
Okay.
I mean, my goal is just to give him a run. I know who I'm bowling against. Like I'm not delusional. You know what I mean? So my goal is to give him a run. And then if it gets close, then we start flapping, and this is the game. But at the end of the day, we'll be all good. I'm all
good.
worried.
All in good fun competition.
Absolutely, 100%.
All in good fun
Mike,
competition here.
I got a question for Kyle. I'm going to put Matt back on mute here.
Okay.
Kyle, so people want to know. People have been asking me, have we finished Mind Gym? Have we finished it? Are we rereading it? What is the next book? What are we reading right now? People have been asking me.
No, we ain't been really reading a book. I was trying to think of something smart to come up with, but I was really trying to be like, something snarky, like after getting married.
You should have said
finance management or something.
The Art of War by Sun Tzu.
No, no reading for me.
Got nothing.
Stock market.
Okay.
Stock market and bowling.
There we go. That's a married man answer right there.
Stock
market investing, Tony Robbins.
Stock market teaches me patience. PAYTIENCE.
What he's saying is the mental game is solid, Rob. That's what he's saying.
Solid.
The mental
we have to be solid up there because we're going through some changes. I got all these new damn bowling balls. I don't know what the hell they do. So we got to be sharp where we know we can.
Okay.
Well, Kyle, you need to get rid of any of those bowling balls. You know where to go to, man.
Here we go again. Are you going to ask everybody we bring on tonight for bowling balls? You're asking
everyone for bowling balls. I ask everyone for bowling balls.
You need some drilled ones?
Drilled.
Yeah, they're used. So.
Guys, he doesn't even bowl. He's worse than the Patch Pirates. He don't even bowl. He don't even bowl. Ridiculous. Kyle, we're gonna get you out of here. Shout out your sponsors, bro. Shout them out.
Oh gosh, thanks to my sponsors, obviously Storm, Inside Bowling. I see we got scrolling across down here. Another great sponsor of mine, Lane Talk, John's Crazy Socks, Leaf Trading Card. Oh no, we're forgetting a few. Vice, Bowlify. I think there's one more, but then also KyleTroopBowling.com, and I got a YouTube page. It's a soft launch, Kyle_Troop. I do have a hyperdrive review out. Kind of cool little catchy video. But we're definitely putting a plan together to build that up for next year. At least bring the bowler some content. I've got bribed enough to get on the YouTube scene, but I don't know if Dude Wipes, Robert
Dude
Hamilton.
wipes. No
I
doubt.
forgot the poo poo wipes.
How do you forget the dude wipes?
Well,
Man.
if you need to collab on the YouTube channel, let me know, man. I'll give you some pointers.
All right, we can hit the gym together.
You want? Are you gonna hear that?
Yeah, you'd probably be better off going and asking Brad and Kyle, but whatever. Okay.
But shout out to all the sponsors. Thank you guys for having me on, man. It's always a pleasure.
No,
See
dude,
y'all.
we love having you on, man. It's always fun. It's a friend of the show, bro. Always. And listen, I want to say we talked about the schedule last week. We're looking forward to this season, bro. 10 weeks of straight PBA action after football is over. So, Kyle Troop, the stage is yours, bro. Go do.
We're ready for it.
Go do.
We'll see y'all at Bayside for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
All
for
right,
sure.
bring
All right,
Matt
we gotta get
back
Matt
on.
to get his sponsors too.
Yeah, let's bring Matt back on. Let's wrap up with him. Matt, shout your sponsors, bro. He's got the back out there.
Hammer
Hammer.
Bowling, as always. Let's go. Number one, let's go. Virtue Bowling Supply. Brett Wolf, because he's my coach right now, and he's been doing a great job with me getting my physical game in shape. So we're good with Brett, Royal Falls Chaparro, and Turbo 2-in-1.
Okay.
And then shout out to you guys for having us on here, man. I watch you guys all the time. I appreciate it, bro. Seriously.
No doubt. And we appreciate time from both of you guys. We want to wish you both luck. We'll be checking it out for sure. And regardless of who wins, we want to see a good match. We want to see some entertainment for the people. That's what we're about. And good luck to both of you in the event too. Besides
Appreciate
that,
it, man. Thanks, man.
We hope you
Yeah,
guys
good luck.
do well.
All right, guys.
Do this all night. I know it's 10 o'clock. I got work tomorrow, but I'll stay here all night. I mean, this is right in my zone, bro.
Yo, we're bringing on the past champions, Mike.
Okay. All right.
So we're gonna get to champions. I'm gonna be sitting here at table of champions, and I'm a Jets fan. So I got 2 champions and a Jets fan. I mean, this is it shouldn't even be at the same table with you guys. I think we're all good. Yeah, this should be good. It should be working. Okay, Mike. See, I'm doing 3 things at once here. I'm trying to host the show, and I'm trying to get people on. I'm trying to make sure their audios and mics are working. All right. You guys might not be able to hear each other, but you'll be able to hear us. Okay. So let's bring on. Oh wait, I gotta change their names here. I'm a bad host.
Oh
Mike.
jeez. You're
Hold on here.
misidentifying people here.
I gotta
Rob.
make sure I spell Matt's name right here.
You're misidentifying people.
No, I got all kinds of. We gotta get him. We gotta get Ponzo, the next champion. Carl Ponzo. We're just gonna put Ponzo. All right, hold on. Can you guys hear us? Mike, can you talk?
Yeah, welcome, fellas. Welcome.
You guys can hear
Thanks
us?
for having us. Yep, we can hear
All
you.
right. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna put in. Let's start with Matt's lead first. So, yeah, I'm gonna get you on mute here.
There we go.
Okay.
I got Ponzo. You're on mute for a little bit, and
Oh,
then
it's one at a time. I see.
yeah, we're gonna talk to Zweig here. Zweig, you're champion, right? Original champion, the first
sir.
champion, right? All right, so let's talk about that year. Tell us about the year you won. What was that like? How hard of a format it was? What came together for you that year that you won?
Yeah, that was quite the interesting year. I think I bowled twice. First set didn't go well, but I thought, okay, I think I can play the gutter on this, and nobody's really tried that yet. And I bowled a really good set after I bowled the sweeper, actually. I bowled the sweeper between those sets, and I played the gutter and was like, wait a minute, there's something there on the gutter. And so I played that the next set, got through, and then in the casher rounds, just crowbarred him, shot 1,000 for 4 and led by 100. Like, okay, I think I got the nuts. Let's just not screw this up. I think we can get through. And lost my first game in match play in a 190, 180, where I got tapped 6 times. I was like, just got to get a little lucky, and shot 250 every game the rest of the tournament. It was unbelievable.
So you ended up in the finals. Who'd you end up beating to win? Do you remember?
Alec Keplinger.
Keplinger.
Yeah,
So PBA.
he had a really good. He had basically the A2 ball reaction, like we A1, A2 kind of thing. It was pretty good. He's the only other one that played the gutter with the urethane. And I was kind of buried in the title match. I split in the 7th, I think it was, and I was down like 20 something. It's like, man, this is not looking good. And he was playing like a zone left of me with the urethane ball. I said, okay, I got to get into where he is. And I tickled over a 7-pin in the 9th. And it was interesting because we had actually recently we had lost my grandma like a month before that. And she loved watching us bowl. She loved that. And the 7-pin in the 9th, I swear this thing just wobbled, man. And like the 5th wobble, it fell over. I was like, all right, she tapped that one over. That was pretty sweet. Let's parlay this. Doubled in the 10th, and Keplinger just threw in a little firm in the 10th and 2-pinned. I wasn't watching. I couldn't believe it. But I looked up, saw the 2-pin. It's like, all right, how did that happen?
Okay,
So, Mike,
10K for that win.
10K, Haas.
Okay, biggest win of your career up to that point.
Yeah, by a reasonable amount.
Okay,
I think
all right.
I won a regional for 2 before that.
Okay,
That's about it.
okay. Obviously, tough field, and I'm sure you went through some really tough players on your way to win this tournament. Talk to people about the confidence. I'm sure that must have been a confidence building win for you to win that amount of money. I'm sure financially it did a little bit for you, and just talk about how was it a confidence builder for you to win this event and put that 10 grand in your pocket.
Yeah, totally. I definitely have suffered from imposter syndrome in the past in bowling. I've had some decent success before that, but still thought maybe I'm just kind of scamming it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. Maybe it's not quite it. But that tournament afterward, I was like,
maybe it's the lane. I had a good
yeah,
look. No, I get it.
Yeah, maybe it's just this. It's just that. It's not. And whatever. It's what we tell ourselves. But after that one, I was like, okay, that Sunday was so dominant that, all right, like I'm not a hack here. Like we're doing something. We're doing something right, at least. That field, I was the bozo in the step ladder. It was Cortez, Simo, Keplinger, and little old me. And so to get through that, you can't really deny it at that point. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Real quick, if anybody doesn't know Matt Gleek's game, super, super high rev rate, one-handed. Probably, Matt, would you think your rev rate over 500? I would think so, if you would take a guess.
Max, maybe, but probably a little less than that.
My guy doesn't leave anything off the table, Mike. I think most of our listeners would be familiar with Matt's game. Yeah, he's been out at some of the bigger events and has had some success on tour here and there. I know I've seen your name making cuts and keeping your head above water on tour here and there for sure. So I think most of our listeners are probably familiar with his game. But I agree, Rob. Slower speed, higher rev rate, one-hander.
Hooks it, but controllable hook. So let's talk to Kyle because he's the last year's winner, and so let's get Kyle on.
Yeah,
Kyle, welcome to the show, bro.
Yep, appreciate you guys.
No doubt. Kyle, you look like a young buck, bro. How old are you?
I'm 23.
Oh, you are a young buck, bro. Oh my God. So wait a minute. You were 22 years old. You put this 10 grand in your pocket.
Yeah, I was. Yep.
Wow, you're still here, bro. Congratulations. You must be a responsible young man. If I was 23 years old and won a tournament for 10 grand, I'm not sure I would have made it to 23, bro. It's good for you. I'm impressed.
I appreciate it.
Okay. So Rob, have you seen Kyle bowl? You want to describe his style for the people?
Yeah, Kyle's also one-handed, traditional. I'd say not as high rev rate as League. Say pretty smooth. Has a unique role, right, Kyle? Would you say it's a unique role?
Yeah, I kind of cup it. Yep.
Okay. All right.
And so talk to us about last year and your win. Because like Matt talked about how like he knew he had the nuts when he was playing the gutter. I thought you were using urethane right? You used urethane most of the finals, right?
Yeah, I did. In the step ladder, I threw the purple exclusively. Match play was a different story, but purple got me there. It got me through qualifying. It got me through the ladder. Yep.
So which is interesting because I bowled in that pattern. I made the finals last year, and in order to use the urethane, you had to be very, very soft. And you had to be very, very speed. Like you had to get that ball reading early, correct? Because
Yes,
if
you
you got a
did.
little bit firm on it, it was dead. It was dead, right?
Yep, you wanted it to just set up and, go straight towards the end of the pattern. But setting up early was key. Surface was key. In that step ladder, I moved my feet maybe 2 boards. I was right of everyone. I think I started on 8 and ended at, 10 and a half. But yeah, it was really key was just being soft with it, making sure that ball speed was controllable. If I got a little hard with it, it was 210ing, no doubt. So yeah, it was just being soft with it, being smooth, trusting every shot, just giving 100% to each shot,
Okay, was that? I mean, you're 22. I'm thinking that's the biggest win in your bowling career. Yes.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean, before that, I was, I bowled the New Mexico Open a couple times and a couple other events here and there, but I bowled for ASU. Zweig actually coached me when I was a senior. So, that was the big win for me. That kind of opened the door for a lot of things.
Okay, like what?
It allowed, it gave me that confidence boost. I went out on tour this year. I bowled in the PTQs. I was first out of the U.S. Open, and next week I was also on the wait list. So it was kind of rough, but it was a good experience, and it definitely gave me the confidence boost I needed. Like Matt said, he kind of felt like a scammer here and there. I had the same thing, I mean, I threw a purple hammer, so it's like people, I've gotten those comments here and there, and it's like 2 weeks later, I won the SMBT Masters. I beat Darren Tang in the finals, and it kind of proved to me that I belong here. All the work I've put in it's showing. So, yeah.
Okay, great. No, that's awesome. I think again for the people who are on the come up out there to hear both of you guys talk about having a win like that and what it can do for just your confidence and your career. I think we've all been there, right? We've all had that feeling of like, you win, but you don't know if it's legit, and then you have that follow up experience. You really feel like you just said, Kyle, like, yeah, I belong here. It's real. And that's an important step in your career. Are you trying to make a career out of this bowling thing, Kyle? Is that your plan for the time being? Or
Yeah, that's the ultimate goal. I mean, I love bowling. I've been bowling my whole life. The dream's to win a tour title, the ultimate goal. But Matt and I have some other plans we're going to announce here soon that might take over bowling just a little bit. But yeah, no, I mean, the ultimate goal is to win a tour title. That's what we work for. So. Yep.
Okay, cool. And we'll definitely look for you out there and keep an eye on your name out there as you kind of chase that goal, and good luck with that for sure.
I appreciate
Rob,
it, Mike.
no doubt. Bring Matt back in for a minute. Matt, game plan going into this year?
Not too much different than the last couple of years. I'm going to bowl the very first squad. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to bowl the sweeper because I like, I think the sweeper being on the pattern is so advantageous if you can take advantage of that. So I'm going to bowl the very first squad. Yeah, Rob knows what's up. He sees the plan. But
Yeah,
bowl the
that's what
first
happened last
squad.
year. I was talking about that last year. I was able to get a good read on Landon.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Landon
sorry, go ahead.
crowbarred the sweeper, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crossed with him.
Yeah, he shot the 300. I remember that.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Unreal. Yeah, good times.
Yeah. So did you see the pattern, guys? Is there like, hey, maybe I should bring some more urethane? I mean, have you seen the pattern? Are you thinking like trying to make a plan for it, or is it just like kind of wait and see?
I mean, I love the urethane, so I love spamming it. Who doesn't? But so my game plan, in an ideal world, is to spam the urethane for 6 games, shoot my 50 over, and enjoy the rest of my week. But if that doesn't happen the first set, we'll get a good read in both sweepers, and and we'll develop a more winning game plan and re-bowl on Friday. I think in terms of strategy for this, I think maybe a little bit differently, but I'm like totally on board with it. The value of making this cut is worth so much money that you should spend more money to bowl and to get in that spot. Like the chance of you winning this tournament just once you make the cut is so high. Pins don't carry over, and it's a 4, maybe 5 now, I don't know, game casher round to determine your seed for the rest of the tournament. So all you have to do is get there. It's the whole thing. So
Stay clean.
I'm going to maximize my chances to do that.
Spare shooting. You want my advice to some of you young guys? Focus on your spare shooting, on a reaction that you leave makeable spares. Make your spares, find your doubles and your triples when you have them, and plus your 20 way into the cut.
All right, Kyle, same question to you. Any game plan going into this weekend?
Yeah, no, I mean, we're going to see what the pattern gives us tomorrow. I'm going to bowl the 9 a.m. squad, but like Zweig said, I mean, we'll see what the gutter looks like. 35 feet, I feel like Carl might have something up his sleeve here to where the gutter looks a little bit shaky. So we'll be prepared for that. I do have 4 urethane balls I'm bringing in. But, the way I attack the lanes is I always want to throw shots on them. I never take the graph for too much of what it is, because center to center, topography, all that plays a huge factor. So once I throw a few shots, we'll get a better game plan. And, like Matt said, it might take a squad, it might take 2, but we're going to get in there. The money's worth it. You want to get in that cut. I appreciate Carl for running this. And, those sweepers being $1,000 up top is huge. So we don't get that anywhere on the West Coast.
No doubt. Kyle, any sponsors, any supporters you want to give a shout to?
Yeah, Hammer has been a huge sponsor of mine. Shout out Brian Garland. He's been amazing. He's taking care of me. Anything I need, he gets it to me, and he's one of the best out there. And then Virtue Bowling Supply as well with Craig Spencer. They've treated me like family. It's a whole family with Virtue, and I'm very grateful to have them both in my corner.
Okay, cool. Matt, same thing. Anybody you want to shout? Any sponsors you want to give a shout to?
Yeah, a couple sponsors. 900 Global, obviously. I am a patch pirate today, as you can tell. I was dressed for the occasion.
No. Hold on. No. Can't let you get away with that. Hold on. Got to explain. No. Somebody who's won a $10,000 tournament can't be a patch pirate, bro. That's not.
I actually forgot. I have other patches. I have an I Am Bowling patch and a Vice patch that I admittedly forgot at home on the way out. We were already running late. And I was going to patch myself up on show to be the ultimate patch pirate. And
no,
ruined a bit, but yeah.
No, there's criteria here. I'm sorry. I hate to tell you this. You'd be rejected from patch pirate staff because you don't fit the criteria. I apologize.
Maybe one day.
Okay. We all have something to shoot for, right? Okay. Is that it? Is that you got everybody included there? You good?
Yeah. I did want to say one other thing though. As Kyle alluded to earlier, we do have some announcements that we're making, and you heard it here first, actually. So in the next coming months, we've actually partnered with Virtue Bowling Supply, and we're going to be opening a Virtue in Southern California. They're going to be entering the Southern California market. Kyle and I will be proprietors there. More to come, but that's you heard it here first.
Okay. All right.
Shout out Andre Eubanks. Shout out Craig Spencer on all that.
Okay. All right. That's great. And good luck to you guys with that venture.
Thank
for
you.
sure.
Appreciate that.
No doubt. All right. We're gonna let you guys get back to the party. I mean, there is a party for people that are listening to this. There is a party going on.
I'll say this. There have been people walking in front of us with plates of food that looks absolutely stellar. And there's a long line of people waiting for this food. So it sounds like it's pretty good.
So yeah, like we're trying to get people in and out of here so they can go enjoy the party. But we greatly appreciate the time, guys. Good luck in the event. Shout to both of you on the win. We appreciate the time for coming on the show, and we'll be looking for the names. Everybody that watches the show will be looking for the names over the weekend. We'll be keeping an eye on you, seeing if maybe you could get another win here.
Sweet, pretty good.
All right,
we appreciate you guys.
Thank
Keep
you
doing
so
what
much.
you're doing. Love the podcast.
Thank you.
No doubt. Thanks, guys. Take it easy.
Have a good one.
Yep. Hi, Rob. Whew.
I got all kinds of people eating in front of me. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Are we done or what? We good?
Yeah, we're done. I mean, I could be bringing on all kinds of people, like, but I mean, look, like, I know, to be fair to you, Mike, it's almost 10:15. I know you got to be up at work. I want to eat, so I think we're good to start wrapping it up. You got local legend Mike Hardesty waiting in line here. You know, he's probably looking at me. But I got local legend Mike Hardesty over there, my real estate agent, South. Agent Ong. But look, let's talk about Carl's tournament real quick. What an amazing tournament. Agent Ong, what a just amazing tournament he's putting on here. It's awesome every year to come see it. I might stop in Saturday. They might put me in the booth. It'll be, we'll see. My brother's in town. Dave's coming in, so I'm not sure he's going to want to spend some time in the bowling alley. But I might have to drag him for an hour or two to just hang out and just talk bowling and see what's going on there. A little bit pains me that I'm not bowling this year, but unfortunately, maybe next year I'll be able to bowl if I am bowling. So, yeah, I think that's about it, Mike.
I think that again, just to echo your sentiments there, like, shout to Carl for putting this event together. There's not a lot of tournament directors out there that are able to produce events like this. So, definitely want to give him his flowers for putting this together. It's year 3. It's great to see it as a repeat event. I'll definitely be checking it out over the weekend. I'll be popping in and out as I'm available to check things out. So, Rob,
tomorrow's the match. Friday night's the match. I know everyone's it's late, but I'm sure it'll be worth checking out Saturday. For me, I might check it out since it's on the West Coast. We'll see if I can stay up, because I'm like you, Mike. I'm just giving you a hard time. And 9 or 10 p.m., I'm in bed myself. So that's what happens. So, yeah, Mike, I think we're good to go. I definitely want, to just talk about liking, subscribing the page. We do this to the fans. It helps support the channel. And Mike, wrap it up and send us home.
All right, no doubt. Hit us up on social media. We do most of our talking on X. He's Brooklyn Rob 11. I'm at the 215. Hit us up on there. Email us, sweettherack@gmail. We love getting emails from the people. We got a couple this week. I got to get back to people, but we definitely appreciate the emails. If you want merch, go to InsideBowling.com, like Kyle Troop mentioned. Go to content creators. Kyle Troop's under there too, but we're there too. Click on his link. Click on our link. Buy a couple shirts. Use the code PatchPirate for 15% off if you would like. And listen, we appreciate everybody tuning in. A little extra episode for the people this week. A little Agent Ong Open special. And, yeah, we're looking forward to the competition this weekend. $10,000, man. Nothing to roll your eyes at there for sure. So always looking forward to watching people throwing some shots for that kind of money. And we'll get that opportunity this weekend. So, Rob, it's been fun. Go enjoy your food, bro. Go enjoy the party. Rep Sweep the Rack. Make some appointments for us to get some people on, will you?
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm also going to try to hit up some more people for some balls. So,
yeah, if you score on the bowling balls, give them my address too, okay? Thanks.
And you already drilled a bunch, man. You don't need balls. You're good for a while. So
I did. Got to say, hammer special effect. Another great one, bro. Use that.
I got a stockpile from when I return out of retirement, like I normally do. So
no doubt. All right. We'll
guys.
see everybody on Sunday.
Later. All right, later, guys.
You are now listening to Sweep the Rack podcast featuring Brooklyn Rob and Big Mike.